What is up, Wicked Turtle Nation? We just wanted to let you guys know that Wicked Turtle Network has decided to join the Raise Rebellion as brand ambassadors for Raise Energy Drink. Raise Energy gives you fresh, and that stands for focus, recovery, energy, stamina, and hydration. With zero sugar, absolutely no crash, electrolytes, and BCAA aminos. I encourage everyone listening or watching right now to raise up and join the Raise Rebellion yourself by going to your local GNC, vitamin shop, or even online at repsports.com and order yourself some Raise energy drinks or other athletic supplements in bulk. And when checking out, use the order code WICKEDTURTLE for a 15% discount. The website and order code will be in the description of this cast. Hey divers, how's it going today? Don't mind sauce in the background here, but a little late for the weekly stuff here, but I wanted to still fill you in regardless, as we have a jam-packed upcoming week here, especially with Extreme Rules this tomorrow taking place, and it seems to be a real doozy. No, not tomorrow. Today's Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever. Saturday, Sunday, we have Extreme Rules coming up. It looks really good. Everything on the card has like a little stipulation. It's actually going for the fact it's an Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So, every match is Extreme Rules, at least. So, going off that should be really cool. So, this has set the precedence for these pay-per-views coming up. TLC, Extreme Rules, Hell in a Cell, things like that. So this will really set the precedent for that moving forward, and I think we can really get excited for these pay-per-views again, like we used to, or like I used to anyway, speaking for myself anyways. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Moving into before the regular weekly stuff, I have some local shows and such to plug. First and foremost is Frontier Pro Wrestling, the second conquest of Frontier Pro Wrestling, happening on October 1st. That's right, this Saturday, at 3226 North 5th Street, East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, at the Big Wheel Roller Skating Rink. Each seat is $20. The doors open at 6:30 and the bell time is at 7. You are not going to want to miss the second conquest of Frontier Pro Wrestling. Love Frontier Pro Wrestling. Can't wait to get back up there. Secondly, a few weeks after that, you gotta catch Team JD at the Team JD Wrestling Convention in Binghamton, New York, at the Bulldog Sports Complex, 1025 Robinson Hill Road, Johnson City, New York. Catch such talents as Tommy Dreamer, Dango, Alpha Jr., Brock Anderson, Arn Anderson, Julia Hart, Brian Pillman Jr., Nunzio, and H.C. Lowe. Excuse me. If you can't be there in person, there's going to be a virtual signing on that day. Like I said, plenty of tickets of different variations still going on, but a lot of them are limited. I know that's an oxymoron, but there was what I'm meaning to say was there was plenty of different ticket variations to be sold, but at this point a lot of them are in fact already sold up, and sold out. There's a lot of stuff, but there are tickets left, so if you want to make sure to go to imwithdavis.com and secure your tickets now. The day is coming, the deadline's close, so if you want to make that convention, make sure you get your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. And last and not least is On the 26th of November, we have a Northern Tier Wrestling show in Sayre, Pennsylvania. A big, long-awaited return to Sayre, Pennsylvania. At 11 p.m., we're going to have an AFA Junior Seminar available to individuals of talent of all levels for $30. Then later on, the wrestling show will take place. The doors will open at 2 and the bell time will be at 3. Front row is $25. General admission is $15. See such matches such as Marie versus Mason. Anyway, you'll see Marie in action, and you will see, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, my handwriting is atrocious, and everything in between. You see Marie, you see, Jay Flyer take on Squid Sterling for the Rope to Rope television title, see the Open Road Hellboys, most importantly, upon everything else, my buddy, our hero, Joey P, take on Axel Lennox. And honestly, gotta say that I'm pretty excited for this one. This is my favorite match of the card. One of my favorite guys, a couple of my favorite guys, but one of my most long-time favorite guys, Maddox, will take on Sean Carr. So, for the heavyweight title, so you can go for seeing that for sure. That would be worth your ticket alone, I guarantee you that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Carr versus Maddox, gotta be down there at in Sayre, Pennsylvania, at 225 Spring Street, Sayre, Pennsylvania. Check them out on Facebook and all other forms of social media too for your tickets information and ticket purchasing availabilities. Now on to the wrestling. First up, matches of note. This is pretty much what I got here this week. A little bit of everything here, so let's jump in here. We got Dark Elevation. We had Frankie Kazarian taking on defeating Jora Joel. Then we had Mascara Dorado defeating Serpentico. Great lucha, crazy cruiserweight action here. I love that one. Then moved on to Dynamite. We had Chris Jericho defeating Claudio Castagnoli. We're everything but professional on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Jericho beats Claudio to become Ring of Honor champion. The internet wrestling world is shaken up by possible reasonings, mainly concerning Ring of Honor's television deal. I, myself, am just preoccupied dreaming up different match scenarios. I know PCO's pretty much throwing his hat into the ring. The next official match we're going to get is Bryan Danielson. So if he really takes on that one, you'd have to say Jay Lethal right off the bat. If he could get past Bryan Danielson, I mean, I don't know if that's the next one or the end goal, but you would have to say that Jay Lethal would be in that category at some point, and very early often. So, and Jonathan Gresham as well, considering he's the one who he lost and then get a rematch from Claudio in the first place. So, anyways, the next up is another great one. The Acclaim finally become champions, defeating Swerve and Our Glory. Big Tag Team Championship win by the Acclaim. Long time coming, should have happened at All Out, but still very well deserved. Next up was another good one. Pac defeats Orange Cassidy. Another great bout between the two of them. A nice long feud building up between them. Pac retains the All Atlantic Championship title. Then we had Toni Storm defeating Britt Baker, Serena Deeb, and Athena. Toni retains the interim title, and Saraya, the former Paige, debuts post-match. Shakes up the women's locker room. More on her next week. I'll let you know how the promo that this current week went. It was pretty decent, but I'll get more into that in this upcoming next podcast. Last for Dynamite, Jon Moxley defeats Bryan Danielson to become a 3-time AEW Heavyweight Champion. Great match. Good little rivalry between the two of them still going on. Neat UFC type ending. That's what they've been doing that a lot with Moxley lately, and you can see that even in this upcoming podcast. A little spoiler alert where Jon Moxley defeated Juice Robinson. We went with the another UFC ending, it makes sense considering they've been building the Blackpool Combat Club up the way they have been. So it makes sense, his matches are bloody brawls that end abruptly due to tap out or knockout. He doesn't even need to win half the time when you can knock him out or tap him out. So yeah, great episode of Dynamite. Moving on to Impact. We had an opening 5-way X Division implications with Black Taurus defeating Mia Yim, Alex Zane, Laredo Kid. Great 5-way X Division match going into Victory Road. Then we had the Motor City Machine Guns defeating Austin Open. Amazing, fantastic, brilliant. I don't know what else to say. Tag team wrestling at its best. Then for AEW Dark, we had Kylan King defeating Sahara 7. Sahara 7, one of my favorites. One of my favorite independent women's matches of all time, seeing her wrestle up at Eclipse at a hardcore match, putting the other lady through, I forget her name right now, but through tables and everything like that. That was a great match. And then I covered a little bit of the G1 last week, so the semifinals I'll be covering is Okada defeats Tama Tonga, and Will Ospreay defeats Tetsuya Naito. So then, the G1 climax would be Okada versus Will Ospreay. Spoiler alert, Okada wins. I haven't seen that match yet, but this is just the NJPW that's on TV, but honestly, this is months old. I think this happened in May or something, so yeah, absolutely. And they also just put Capital Collision on there, which also happened a long time ago, or in a galaxy far, far away, but I digress. It's still on there and for free, and every bit of it on YouTube. So very interesting stuff. If you haven't seen that, like I haven't just until the other day, catch up on that. Anyway, we move on to SmackDown, where the Usos defeated the Brawling Brutes. That was a really good match. Then Rampage, we had Eddie Kingston defeating Sammy Guevara. Lots of untold story stuff here going on. Continue telling the backstage story that happened. The infamous, body shaming incident, the pie face that happened backstage. They're kind of going kind of real in your face with this, but yeah, Sammy Guevara, I don't know where he goes from here. Hopefully the TNT title, because the outcome of this match was turned over because Eddie Kingston continued attacking after the bell had went over, so they returned the decision. They flipped this decision in the favor of Sammy Guevara. So it's a win for him. So I mean, hopefully, when you think of the TNT title, you think of Sammy Guevara in my book, or the first guy, Brody Lee, obviously. But you're talking about after he passed and you carry that torch is definitely Sammy Guevara. Then at the end of there, we had Sting and Darby Allin defeating Brody King and Buddy Murphy. Great match, good storytelling. House of Black Reborn coming soon, I do believe. Got a couple of the guys, Buddy and Malachi, taking some time off for for their mental health, and of course you got the annoying dirt sheets. Every other day it's a different story with them, and these guys are supposed to be taking time off to heal the mental, but it's not really it's not really, they're not even really gonna start, they can't really start the healing when they gotta deal with the constant stream of bullshit going on between the internet and everything else. So I digress anyway. Main event on that one was Hook and Action Bronson defeating Parker and Menard. Real good stuff. Great to see Action in there. I always knew he would have been a great wrestler. I like to, he's a old school, old time fan. He's a fan from way back. He's been a fan for a long time. Reflective in his music for years. Some great music, some great wrestling hooks in there, some great, little Easter eggs throughout and stuff like that. So, and you look back on there, there's a picture floating around of Action Bronson at ECW in the 90s. So, yeah, he's an old school fan from way back too. So that was cool. That wasn't about as much as that wasn't as well as I thought it would be for that. That was awesome. Next up, we got Victory Road. Open that some gun up with Speedball Mike Bailey defeating Delirious. Another amazing X Division title defense from Speedball Mike Bailey. His competition keeps getting better and better, bigger and bigger. Next up, we're going to see him take on Frankie Kazarian in a spoiler for an upcoming match, final result here. But next up, we see Mickie James defeat Giselle Shaw. Best Giselle Shaw match thus far. Excellent stuff from her. Mickie won't be retiring this time though. And then we had she will be facing Mia Yim at Bound for Glory, Mickie James. Then we had Frankie Kazarian defeating Laredo Kid, Mia Yim, Trey Miguel, Alex Zane, Kenny King, Yuya Uemura, Black Taurus in a triple threat revolver match. The triple threat revolver match was awesome. You got three people in the mix. One person goes out, the next person goes in, and it's a constant moving triple threat match. So you got all these people coming in, and then the last person to come in will make it a regular triple threat match. So the winner of them, at that point, the three individuals will be facing each other in the regular triple threat match. Winner take all. So it was a really interesting match concept. TNA Impact is really, really good with that kind of stuff. Well, a hell of a lot better than the Reverse Battle Royal to follow anyway, because that was confusing as hell. And that I forget what they call the lockdown. Lethal Lockdown is kind of confusing too, but this one is one of my favorites now. I really like the Super X and the cage, the Super X, to escape the cage, and then this one too. So yeah, another banger from Impact, of course. We move on to SmackDown for that week. Bianca Belair defeated Asuka. Seth Rollins defeated Rey Mysterio. First time in like 2 years for them. Panda Express defeated the Alpha Academy. If you don't know what Panda Express is, of course that is Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens. Sweet to see them on Raw. Going back to a team that was supposed to happen way back in the Indies, and we didn't really get like we should have gotten. And then last but not least, for the time relatively to this week matches, Sami Zayn defeats AJ Styles in a match that my dad, he's not really big on wrestling. He was modern wrestling. He really liked the stuff back in the day. Big Macho Man fan. And he was really blown away by AJ Styles. And even days later was still bringing up that match, talking about AJ and how he thought he was a good wrestler and stuff like that. Hopefully the family goes to see Monday Night Raw or something like that this upcoming November, but if not, it's cool. But I really like to get the whole family up there. It's been something I've been looking forward to since I was a little kid, to actually go to Monday Night Raw. I've been to SmackDown, I've been to a house show, I've been to NXT, so this one, a random pay-per-view, and then WrestleMania will be all I got from my WWE fan bucket list. Of course, when you go up to Philly, if we go up there to WrestleMania, I don't think I'll be able to do the whole holy schmoly whole deal, like, and go to the fan meetups and the Hall of Fame and all of that, like I'd really like to. But even if I can watch WrestleMania out in the parking lot, tailgate it, I think that'd be cool too. But I do got a couple of little retro matches on here, and first up is AIW from, I do believe, 2020, was Dom Guarini defeating Calvin Tankman. Really super great match. I really like Dom Guarini. Hope to see him on AEW very soon. Dom Guarini versus Kevin Owens. Yeah, that'd be great too. But Dom Guarini versus Bryan Danielson would be sweet. Dom Guarini versus Daniel Garcia. Give me that. Yeah, next up here, and the first of a couple throughout the next couple of weeks here, in a story that many of you may know, many of you don't know, is the story of Kevin Owens becoming the ROH champion. ROH Border Wars from 2012, Kevin Steen defeated Davey Richards. Extremely good match. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that about covers it for my regular weekly stuff here. Something I keep forgetting to do, but I have done in the past. I've given out my flowers, as it were, and I do have that. I usually try to, and I like to give out, male of the week, female of the week, team of the week, match of the week. So hold me to that. I'm going to try to do that the rest of the episodes coming up. So male of the week this week is Frankie Kazarian. Female of the week this week is Athena. Team of the week this week, of course, is the Acclaimed. Scissor Me Daddy. Everybody loves them Acclaimed boys. And match of the week this week for me was Speedball Mike Bailey versus Delirious. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we got a couple little things coming up for you in the local scene. Frontier Pro Wrestling on the 1st at the Big Wheel Roller Skating Rink in East 3226 North 5th Street, East Stroudsburg, on October 1st, of course. Then on the 15th, JD's Wrestling Convention in Binghamton, New York. 1025 Robinson Hill Road, Johnson City, New York. Then on the 26th, we have the Northern Tier Wrestling Show in Sayre, Pennsylvania at 225 Springs Theory, Sayre, Pennsylvania. So catch us at those places soon. I will catch you next week. And until then, keep diving, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to me ramble.